Hi, it's Dr. Sarah Larson, and I am bringing to you today some of the work we didn't get through in the miracle manifestation method that we've been teaching here. Ginger, Metro, and myself have been teaching on a regular basis, and this is a segment. We have so much in our two systems that it's hard to get all of the information week to week in. And so this one is about the 8 habits. These are the 8 habits of manifesting. And it's so important to, that we talked about in class. We talked about how we manifest on automatic pilot. Much of our thoughts, up to 98% of them, are the same thoughts that we had the day before. And so this video is to really help you get so clear on the 8 habits of manifesting. Like when you're building a muscle, you go to the gym, you have weights. When you're learning to walk, it took you about 4 years to really master the art of walking to where you could run. Well, you learned to manifest, and we are now putting in place some really healthy habits for helping you manifest. So the first habit is making it a point as soon as you wake up in the morning that you are taking in these wild experiences and thoughts and everything that's possible. The first step begins with, as soon as you remember this in the morning, you begin to reflect and you make the first focus of your morning mental focus habit. And so having somewhere close to your bed the words mental focus habit. Start in the very first moment with saying yes in the morning, no matter how you slept. And much of the manifesting habits, much later in the 8 habits, we'll discuss what you do before you go to bed, which will allow you to fall asleep. This first stage, waking up and saying yes, that's the first habit, waking up and reflecting on all that's been manifested so far. Wow, being able to open your eyes, taking a look around the room, being able to, from the stillness of where you're sleeping, to reflect on you at some point in your awareness wished for what you have in your experience right now. And somewhere along your path, you had wished for what you're experiencing right now. And so prepare yourself for the yes to manifest. And this morning habit sets your day. Say yes. Say to yourself, what do I really want? What do I really want? Yes, I am starting with an inquiry, with a reflection, with being able to see myself and starting my morning day before you have done anything else haphazardly. You have identified what you want in this miracle manifesting method. The understanding that everything exists and you yourself are one idea within everything that exists. And if you can get very clear on what you want, what you desire, what is in your own heart, and you get clarity on it every day, every morning, you are then bringing your focus and your attention into the opportunity to create it. Habit number 1, wake up. Take a deep breath in and reflect. mental focus, reflection. Everything is a reflection, and you will soon be able to have more and more of what you actually are intending to create. My morning voice used to say to me, wow, you're a doctor. You'd wanted to serve the third world. And look at you. You woke up in Los Angeles. You're so far from the people in the third world and the places that you wanted to serve. And when I became aware, I just said, yes, yes, I've manifested this. And I said, I really want to serve. And I began looking for opportunities in my life to be able to serve. That's habit number one, waking up, saying yes, feeling what you're feeling, getting it's a reflection. Whatever you're feeling, whatever you're experiencing was something you had wanted to manifest before, say yes. Item number two, habit number two, is the illusion of control. And this is about letting go of anything that's out there and really tapping in to the yes. Your body is your partner on this journey. Your spirit has a body. You're able to tap your body and experience yes in all of your cells. And so in the morning, I begin by tapping in yes, yes, yes. I'm saying yes to my body. As I know from the molecules of emotion, the molecules of the biology of belief, if I am saying yes to this body, yes, 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 and I'm waking myself up, anything to keep in mind before I begin manifesting, but really brings me into this experience of, wow, this is how I get to create and manifest. So I am tapping, I'm tapping, I'm tapping, I'm tapping all morning, all the way down to my feet, all the way down. And I'm saying, yes, 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 I'm feeling, yes, whatever I'm feeling in my body, I am accepting and saying yes to. And I let go of anything else. If I feel something is controlling me or something is causing me to be a particular way, this is where I'm calling back all of the energy, all of the ideas, all of the cells, and I'm placing them in my energy field, in my control, within my body. I'm very fond of saying this. If you're blaming someone else for something that's happening in life, so I can't be this way because my husband won't let me, I can't be a particular way because of my past, I can't be a particular way, I can't have this, I can't manifest because of something, I'm blaming something, then I have decided that that is stronger than me at some level. And that it being stronger than me is a way that I give my power out. If I say yes, 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 you can do anything. Yes, yes, yes. I'm here with you. Yes, yes, yes. I feel you. Yes, yes. The power is in here. The power for me, for my life, is here within me. I'm calling back all of me and taking responsibility. I would never blame something less strong than me. Would never blame a child for forcing me to be a particular way, or a bug because I feel I'm stronger than a bug or a child. If I'm blaming someone, I'm giving my power away. And in the morning, this second routine is really about taking control and experiencing the word yes. experiencing yes throughout every part of my body and waking it up to work with me. And so I'm not a victim to any experience. I am not blaming any experience. And first thing in the morning, I am calling back all of my power. Then the third part, the third habit is all creation starts with a thought. And this is where you make it a habit to really feel the power of your thoughts and the power of your will. You sit and you let creation begin. So after I've woken up, I've sat on the edge of the bed, waking up first thing in the morning, I'm getting mentally focused. I'm here now. Then I've tapped my body. My body's here. Everything's here. Every part of me right here. And then I've focused right up here. Once you think a thought, you allow images to come to you and put a very powerful emotion with the generation of those that are connected with what you want. So I'm not thinking I'm going to put a particular thought into this field. I've gotten clear. I intend to use this body, this mind, this way of being. And then I'm now letting that be the frame in which thoughts come in. I am clear. And I allow a thought to come in and I feel the energy of that thought. So once upon a time, I was like, oh, I can only serve in the third world. I would wake up and I'd feel sad. I woke up and said, yes, what I truly want to do is serve. Then I said, wow, I can't serve without being really, that was that first habit. Yes, what I really want is to serve. I'm looking at that. Then yes, this body is here. All my energy is here. I can serve here. Then the third is I'm looking for the thoughts that are created in this area of what I really want. Oh, and I allow the images to come. And the images and the thoughts connected with serving. In my particular case, it might be for you to have what you really want is a connection with a beloved. What you really want might be the intention of having more fulfilling work. It might be to feel more vitality, health in your body. It might be to have more money. It might be to have more playtime. You've set that up early in the morning and you've gotten, oh, what I really want is to have 5 new people that I can serve. And then you're sitting with that thought and images start coming up. And the ones that are really awesome, you celebrate. You go, woohoo! It's a yes fest. It's a yay fest. In the morning, early in the morning, you've woken up. Whatever thoughts you were having randomly, you focused in habit number 1. Habit number 2, you yesed your body, your partner here. And then the third is you're yesing, yaying, celebrating the thoughts that are assembling themselves for you, for that day, for you to be clear in receiving the images and the messages that are coming in, connecting. This is from our super conscious mind. Early in the morning, it's going to be a habit to be able to listen to them. And so you're really letting yourself daydream and in the context, in the space of yes, in the space of manifesting. Then you go into habit number 4. Train your mind. Train our mind. Either listen to inspired classical music or read for 5 minutes or play with dice. You can also have little things with images on them that you look at. This is one of the ones that I'm using currently to help me focus my energy on and creating inspiration. So for 5 minutes, habit number 1 would be reflect, mental focus, energy in the morning, saying yes. What do I want? Number 2, taking the illusion of control, that control is somewhere out there, putting all of it back into your body and saying yes to what you have manifested in here. 3rd, you've gotten clear with your thoughts. Your thoughts are now the ones that are creating joy in what you want or what's being celebrated. Now you're listening to classical music, or you're allowing yourself to play with dice or play with cards, just shuffling cards, the act of shuffling cards, the act of turning dice a few times, the act of listening to classical music. This gets us into the different layers of our consciousness. We have 3 levels of consciousness. The first level is the one you're listening with right now. More than likely, it's our first level. It's awake. It's filled with active thoughts. And quite often, many of us don't have a moment that we're awake without this level of consciousness coming in. We actually filter we filter everything in this awake space through the not conscious mind or the subconscious mind. The second level is the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is the gateway to the realization of your creation. Whatever thought it is fed becomes the reality of that person. So this is through hypnosis. We can hypnotize ourselves to do anything and be anything. And the object of our desires, we've gotten to this through the habits. This 4th part, we're now training us to play with cards or listen to dice. And then this part of doing something repetitively over and over again invites in the superconscious, the 3rd level of our mind. This is intuition. It's heightened awareness. It's mental clarity, and it's flowing from the one mind into our mind. And what's really beautiful about that experience is that it sees all time. This super conscious level of thinking is connected to our hearts. It's connected to all time space. And we talk about this quite a bit in the miracle manifestation method. So I'm so excited. Super conscious level is what comes in habit number 4. And it's so important for you to be comfortable. You can fold your legs if that makes it more comfortable while you're playing. But your body's comfortable. You're in this space. And then we get into the practice for the rest of the day. Those first 4 steps are for you to really begin your day. Then the 5th step is openness. You begin by being open the rest of the day. And what that really means is you walk into every experience super curious, super alert, super aware, and that you're open to receive something in every moment, open to receiving a sign, open if you're with other people to experience them in a new way. You're coming in with nothing preconceived other than what you've done in the habits 1, reflection, habit 2, control, self-control. Only you have the only thing you can control really is your response to things. Then the 3, the creation aspect of thoughts, your thoughts, then training your mind to listen to the super conscious 3rd level of mind, which is really connected to your heart. You're remaining open. And the times that you need to be guarded in your environment, you will get a little hint of. The superconscious, this is a muscle activity, building activity. More and more of you doing this, the more open you will be throughout your day. The more and more you do this, the more available you become for seeing things in a new way. And this is what happens is you get to be more of yourself and less of something that was programmed from before, because you're inviting openness in, and because you're not being any shape or form of anything that's preconceived in this space of openness. You can generate so much more. All time takes on a new meaning here. It's the screen is acting a little funny, so I'm trying to move the screen around. Let's see if I can tap it. There we go. Yay! It's a touch screen here at my home office. Your life can be a miracle if you're open to it. And your life is a miracle. You can be moment to moment in a space connected to your super conscious mind that's preparing you all the time. And it's a habit. So that 5th habit, feel also in that, stay connected to your body. The exercise that you did in the morning of saying yes, yes, yes to each of your body parts lets you receive information from your body as well. So when you have an inspired thought, notice what's happening in your body. When you're feeling a particular thought, notice if you're shutting down. I used to feel shame a lot. Once upon a time, if my makeup wasn't perfect, my hair wasn't done, and it wasn't from the standpoint of vanity, which it is in some ways, but as a little girl, I was really introduced into the environment to be seen and not heard. I heard that over and over and over again. If I heard criticism when I was much younger, before I built these processes, it would really hurt. Criticism of my physical appearance, criticism of any sort. And I would partner with my body, and I would listen to what was happening, and I would go through the process of saying, oh, wow, that was a past way of being. I can see where that was coming up from inside the tension inside my body. And so my body is then announcing to me, because I'm in the super conscious mind, what's going on and what I need to process. And so that the pain of having to appear perfect physically so that I felt valuable showed up for me in my throat. If I didn't feel I had dressed properly or made myself up properly, I wouldn't speak. I wouldn't talk, and I would feel this tension in that part. Years ago when I started this, and I noticed, wow, I connected those two things, and I began to speak. And that speaking created the worthiness. And today, more than ever, I value my own personal voice, and I look for ways to help others access and understand their own personal voice as well. That really started with this habit of being open. and being open to listening to my body, being open to listen to the superconscious mind, being connected in the moment with what was going on. And by giving to myself, which is habit number 6. Habit number 6 is giving to yourself in the most meaningful way. Oh my gosh, it's so easy to give to yourself moment to moment in an unconscious way. We can eat from the little parts of us, the little desires of us that this preconceived way of being, we can create so much inabilities from preconceived ways. If we get into habit number 5, openness, and then habit number 6, giving to yourself in the most meaningful way. In order to receive, you must give. In order to give, you must receive. A long, long time ago, it was so easy for me to give, but it was very hard for me to receive. The giving of it kept me somehow from being able to get hurt. If I wasn't open to receiving, then you couldn't possibly reject me if you didn't give to me. Today, I really want you to open up to receiving and open up to giving. Give to yourself the foods that have a great impact on your body as wellness. All the things created by nature, unaltered. If you eat 80% of the time things that appear just like themselves in nature, 80% of your meal is composed of something that's only been washed and cooked, or washed and marinated, or washed and dressed. Well, guess what happens? You're becoming a living environment. You're giving to yourself what was given to the earth, what was given to a tree, a plant, an animal, to give to you. That's one of the most meaningful ways to receive. 80% of the time, eating something that looks just like it did in nature. Bread does not look like itself in nature. Crackers, cookies, much trail mix, unless it's a nut and seed trail mix, doesn't look like it does in nature. This is such an important aspect to understanding we are living, light creating beings. Anything that has life is creating light. There is life and light coming off of plants, coming off of fruit trees, off of animals. That is not coming off of dense, wheat-rich, grain-rich foods. Nut seeds, yes. Grains, crackers, carbs, anything heavily processed takes our energy, and we're not actually giving to ourselves. So 80% of our food, the mechanism that triggers the act of receiving your desires is giving. And so if you want to create something in your life, say you want to create more money, if you can find a space where you can give money and feel so graceful, not like it's a struggle to give it, not an energy, but if you're giving that, that is what will come back to you. So I see a friend and I notice, wow, they're really, really well off financially. They're carrying the energy of wealth. For me to feel wealthy isn't to compare myself to them, but to go into an environment where I can give wealth of my own to someone generates the feeling of wealth in me. If I desire love, partnership, if I can wind up setting up other people, if I'm giving friends the gift of being set up, gift of being connected, guess what happens? The universe finds that you're the source of giving relationships, giving love. If I give so intensely to everyone in my life love, the receiver, the giver of that shows up in my life because I have become the source of it. If I want health and I can begin to see ways in which to help someone else become healthier, guess what happens? I am now the source of that vitality, of that wellness. And not only do they get better, I get better. And so that is habit number 6. Habit number 1, reflection. 2, control. 3, creation with your thoughts. 4, training your mind. 5, openness. Now 6, giving to yourself is the most meaningful way to receive. So when you're giving the gift of love to another, you're not expecting anything in return. When you're giving wealth to another, you're not expecting it from them in return. You're expecting it from Source. Source will fill you back up. You're open to receiving it from however it shows up in your life. You become the source of it in habit number 6. And then habit number 7 is to let go and to detoxify your life. Manifesting, all of it is like planting a seed. If you keep digging up and checking on the seed's development, it will never grow. Seeds need to be planted. What you want, what you intend, what you're creating needs to be planted. And all we do for seeds is give them, not checking up on them. What we're giving them is plenty of light, sunlight, heat, and water. Water being emotion, energy. Sunshine being light, being openness around it. In any area that you're open, so you have to already send out a wish, a desire, an intention to be manifested. And you have to give it time to grow and become what it's supposed to be. Whenever you find your mind wandering into when is this finally going to happen? Oh my God, I've wanted a relationship for so long. When is it going to happen? When you think when, get your body moving and begin to detoxify yourself of the energy of sometime in the future, detoxify yourself of the past, in that movement, in that energy, and really feel some way of being in the moment and being in the now. I really want a relationship. Wow, I'm going to get in the now, because manifesting can only occur in the now. I go outside and I'm moving and I'm walking around the block. I'm going to a department store or a mall and walking around the mall, moving the energy of when is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? And I'm moving myself into be here now. Be here now. Manifesting happens in the now. And before I know it, on one of those times, one of those movement activities, what I've wanted to manifest shows up. I'm in the space where someone says, oh my gosh, wow, would you like to go out? Do you want to go out? Or I've been dreaming of someone just like you. which has happened to me. Those things, people have said those to me. I'm now with my beloved partner and have an 8-year-old son and a 10-year-old daughter. It's so beautiful because if I stayed in when, I would not be in now. So I get my body moving. I also feel the texture of something. I feel something right around me. I feel the texture. I smell something. Oh, wow, that smells good. I smell flowers. I lose myself in one of my senses in the now, and I feel good connected to that thought, that desire. So it could be when am I going to have more clients? When am I going to have that house? When am I going to have that material thing that I want? When am I going to be able to serve at deeper and deeper levels? When I'm thinking that, I feel something. I smell something. I taste or drink something. I get my body in the moment. I move around and bring myself right into the now, and I say, it's happening now. It's happening now. And I experience having it at some level right now. If my mind wanders to, in this exercise, how throughout the day, I let go and I detoxify my life. When I go into how is this going to manifest? How am I going to create this ability to serve large numbers of people? How am I going to be able to make it work to be myself personally? I'm a professor at a university. I'm a mom that homeschools. I see approximately 40 clients a week. I teach courses. I travel to places, mystery schools. If I'm thinking, how am I going to make that happen? How am I bringing this next manifestation into? If I go into that, I get myself and find something that I can give away. I go into my closet. Quite often, I go into and let go of something. So I become the source of how someone receives something. I give away something. I let go of something in my home. I begin questioning, what can I let go of? And it becomes a muscle to let go. It becomes a very strong muscle. I like the way my muscles look on camera. Ooh. It becomes a muscle if I let go the how. I take something physical and I give it away. If I can't give something away in the moment, I begin thinking about what I'm going to give away that might serve another or help or sort of empty myself of the feeling of how. Those are habits. Habit number 6 was give to yourself in the most meaningful way. Give. And giving is receiving. Receiving is giving. One hand has to be open to receive. One hand gives. And so that's habit number 6. Habit number 7, let go. Let go of the question when. Let go of the question how. Stop digging up the seed to see if it's happening. This means if you're in a relationship with a person and they're not yet proposing or they're not yet immersed in your world the way that you would like them to be, or you would like your beloved to be, this is when you're wondering, when is that going to change? How is that going to happen? You're asking the universe for something. You're asking, creating something that's not in your control. If you get in the moment, when, how, in the moment, in that relationship, if you get yourself moving and you get yourself experiencing, wow, I'm one step closer. One step. I'm making myself better right now. I'm here now. All manifesting happens in now. You bring your super conscious mind into the now, and anything's possible. Anything can drop out of that huge realm that exists. And the how am I going to make him like me? How is this going to happen? One of the biggest things around that is the hows are the areas in the superconscious mind. The same place area that creates a problem is not the same level of thinking that can solve it. So if you start solving another problem, oh, I have to get rid of something, that's a problem, it's a challenge, then your mind relaxes, your heart relaxes on the other end, and the how is revealed. It's brought into existence because you put your attention somewhere else. It's not digging it up constantly. So the eighth and last habit is give thanks. This is throughout your day. Habit number 5 onwards, being open, giving to yourself in the most meaningful ways, giving and letting go and detoxifying your life. And then number 8, give thanks. Make it a habit of giving thanks for whatever you receive, however small. I see a penny, I pick it up. I say to myself, I'll have good luck. I see a penny, I celebrate it. Whenever you have to write a check to pay bills, put a message of thanks on it, because you can pay. It's such a subtle energy, but to put a smiley face, that giving, that thanks, be grateful for the things that you receive and grateful for the things you have to give. See a person and get that, wow, any and every person just showed up in your life, and give thanks for that. Manifesting is a wonderful gift to give us to achieve our ultimate potential. You've got your own voice, know your own purpose. No one else in the world has that. And history has shown that men and women who achieve more than thought possible did so because they used the power of their minds. They made it a habit to manifest and to receive and to give. This knowledge has been with us for years and years and years. The more you think for, the more you're thankful for, the more things will come in. The more you appreciate. And appreciate in a mathematical term means growing energy, expanding, accumulating. The more you appreciate, the more you'll appreciate. The more you give thanks for, the more you'll have to give thanks for. So before you go to bed, this is, you tap your body again, and this time you tap it starting from your feet. You take your feet and you tap, 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 tap your legs, and you thank them for everything that they did today. You tap, 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 you thank all the way up and all the way in, this manifesting this wondrous gift to help you achieve your ultimate potential. And this knowledge has been known for centuries. If you're thanking your body and you're tapping your body before you go to bed, and you're feeling all of the energy in your body, you're relaxing those parts of your body after you've tapped it gently, thanked it, and you thank every experience in your day, and you write what you're grateful for, 3 to 5 things down on paper that you manifested that day that you're grateful for, and you write clearly 3 things that you want to manifest before going to bed, and you thank your body, you thank your room, you thank the environment, most often you get a restful night of sleep. It takes work to create these new habits. It takes work, and that invisible work winds up letting the visible body, the cells, aspects of you relax. So let me just summarize those 8 habits again. 1, reflection, mental focus. 2, the illusion of control. Take time to tap your body and experience yes in every one of your cells. Then the 3rd part is your thoughts, really letting the power of your thoughts know and become in touch with what you wanted. Reflection in habit 1, control it, everything's in your control at some level. You control your responses. That all of that is in step number 3. Step number 4, you're training your mind to either to listen to classical music, which quite often is thought to come from the superconscious higher realm. These books, inspiring images, dice, pictures, you're training your mind to listen to that super consciousness. Then you're remaining open. You're moving throughout your day, open to expressing, open to being alert, open to not bringing the past story or a future story in. 6, giving to yourself. Give to yourself in the ways of food. Then you also give to yourself in the way that you're receiving. You're giving, that you say at some level, wow, just that I thought of this, I'm giving it to myself. Then number 7, you let go. You let go of what you intend to create, and you let go in the process. In this process, you wind up being able to receive it. The when and the hows, you detoxify from yourself. You make it a habit. When you say, when is this going to happen? You find something in your immediate environment that you can appreciate, become one with, and that allows you to move out of future scarcity, future lack, or past examples of scarcity or lack. And when you think how, you engage another part of your mind. How am I going to get rid of something that I've already accumulated? When you're getting rid of it, how? The universe comes in and fills the void as soon as you let go of some physical, tangible thing. Then 8, give thanks. Above all else, number 8, the habit of giving thanks is the most important. If you were just to go throughout your day saying, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, so much goodness comes to your life. I want to thank you for listening to this broadcast, and I'm so excited for you to have and experience more of the miracle manifestation method. I'm going to put as much of it available online. It's part of what we're teaching in class. I'm putting this online for you so you can watch this over and over again if need be. And I would love your feedback on Facebook, on YouTube, on Google+, however you can connect with me. I'm Dr. Sarah Larson. I love to serve, and I love for you to manifest everything your heart desires. And I am so grateful to be able to bring this to you. Thank you.